We're about 30 seconds into the first race of the Friday Summer Series, main and jib only, and it's pretty weird conditions here for the Caribbean. Looking at about 5 knots, the wind has shifted about 90 degrees after waiting 10-20 minutes for anything to fill in, so it's kind of a reacher here. And Dave has just taken off. He's the first boat into this new breeze line. You can see all the boats, they were just facing every which way a second ago, and now some of them are starting to take off as the wind seems to have stabilized. Another 90-degree wind shift, but at least this one is making the course square. Finally, all the boats have gotten into this breeze line. Most of the fleet has elected to jibe around the mark. Boats are all sailing pretty much dead downwind straight at the mark. Actually, where I'm sitting right now, there's a pretty big righty that it looks like Chuck over here is in. Let's see if he can catch up a little bit. Second group of boats is just rounding the leeward mark. A couple of good mark roundings here. 300 yards ahead, Dave is just finishing. Some Magic Bus in second. It's hard to see. It looks like Boat Drinks following. And then we have a good battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th actually. Race number 2 with about 1 minute to go. And we're sailing again. The wind has picked up, switched back to the north, which is great because I didn't feel like resetting this course. Maybe 6 to 8 knots, so at least we're moving this time. And it looks fairly steady as we look up the course. All clear. Boats were about 1 boat length off the line. Dave wins the committee boat end. Looking good with clear air. Magic Bus is going to be first to the mark here. And Dave is able just to squeeze in behind Magic Bus coming in on port. And it looks like the leaders have all again elected to jibe and staying really high up here. Trying to maintain their clear air, not even really aiming towards the mark. Here we have some of the first boats to find their lane of clear air here and bear off and aim a little bit deeper towards the mark. The 2 leaders on the left still staying high. That's Chris Rosenberg in first. Dave Frenzel is in second now, followed by Magic Bus. Trying to maintain their speed throughout this mark rounding, since it is still very light here. And we have quite a bit of traffic. Uh-oh. Magic Bus running into some traffic with Desperado and Boat Drinks forced to head up, allowing Stinger to skate right by there. They need to figure out how to get past them back down to the mark. Chris Rosenberg and Bill T has just finished first, followed by... It is really tough to see with this glare. Just about a minute to go for the third race. There's the minute signal. Wind's gone pretty far right here, so the committee boat is way favored, which is going to make this start terrifying for me, since they're all going to stack up right here. And everybody a little bit late. Again, committee boat's pretty favored. Everyone's looking for a little extra speed here. Again, Dave on Voila was able to win the committee side of the line. And it looks like Stinger, with a guest sailor Jay from Newport, has won the left side of the line, in end. Clearly, there are worse places to be on a Friday night. As our boats are nearing the windward mark, looks like Magic Bus is the farthest windward in a really good spot here. Everybody's sailing over to the starboard ley line. Here comes Magic Bus in first. Looks like Dave has gotten caught a little bit too far below the ley line. He's going to have to tack back into this huge amount of traffic. See if he can make out here. Chris is pinching just a smidge to get up to the mark. There goes Dave tacking into lots of traffic. You can hear them yelling. Ooh. And that looks like a foul. Looks like Desperados had to alter course to let him in there. Boats have stacked up pretty well here, going dead downwind. Everyone's looking for a little bit of extra clear air here. And it looks like Red Dog has seen something over to the left there. Let's see if it works out for them when they get to this leeward mark. Magic Bus is going to be first to the leeward mark, and it looks like Bill T is just going to be able to get past Voila here. Sailing a little high, maintain that inside around the leeward mark. And beautiful Virgin Islands in the background. Doesn't get better than this. Gonna be a pretty close finish here. Magic Bus is able to maintain their lead. With the first. Looks like it's gonna be followed by Voila and Chris Rosenberg. Top three remain the same.